We're live.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Dude.
Thanks for having me.
Ben, I love you, baby.
I wish I had one of those, but I'm on the wagon.
You're on the
week.
wagon? Listen,
Yep.
I'm always off the wagon.
Yeah, you can have some for me. So, what are we doing here?
No, we're just hanging out, talking, shooting the shit. Dude,
Yeah.
thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, I missed you, bud.
Dude, miss you. Oh, I'm all fat, came and turned left.
So you closed the deal today?
Today?
Yeah.
No, not today.
Yeah, your investor said that you closed one.
Yeah, I mean, today's relative.
Have you heard anything about this like new lawsuit that's going on?
The NAR shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm like all read up on that.
Speed me up on that.
Have you not been paying attention?
I have, but there's so much fucking.
Okay, so the point is that there's a NAR proposed settlement.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm familiar with that.
Okay, the fact that it's a proposed settlement means there's nobody even talking about it. Like the other side of the party, like right? So NAR proposed a settlement to the plaintiffs. Mm-hmm. The plaintiffs haven't responded yet. So what's happening is this pandemonium of proposal that's not even been reviewed, accepted, or countered by the opposing party.
Well, I'm more interested in what's going to happen to the real estate market after it gets accepted. Because I know that they're updating the MLS where you can't have a buyer's commission advertised. And what was the second one? I mean, basically, they're trying to drop the commission down to 2.5%, 3%.
See, but it's not standard. It can't be standardized.
Oh, and they're making it to where you don't have to upload it on the MLS.
Well, I think the point is so right now, to have commission on a buyer side agreement, it's a unilateral offer of compensation is what that's considered. From the seller's agent, not the seller. The seller's agent is in the listing agreement accepting 3%, 4%, 5%, 6% commission and offering a percentage based on the listing agreement in the MLS to the buyer side compensation unilaterally. That means one-sided.
Is that what unilaterally means?
I just want to make sure because I'm not sure if you know.
So, yes, I understand that. So they're getting rid of the buyer's compensation. Marketed. Does that mean that they're getting rid of it?
No, it means you can negotiate that. So the whole point is that it's now up to the buyer's agent and the seller's agent to negotiate.
But is that negotiated with the listing agreement, or is that negotiated with the offer?
It's right now it's read in the listing agreement as the seller is authorizing X percentage to the buyer.
I'm familiar.
Right. I know you're familiar.
Oh, we're talking to these people.
I fucking know.
So right now, if you have a listing agreement, you have the listing compensation and the buyer's compensation. And on the listing agreement, it shows that the buyer's compensation is going to be X and the listing agent is going to be X. So continue.
Preface this by this is the state of California. So just in case.
Okay. Well, that's the only state as far as I'm concerned.
So from here going forward, what I see is that the listings that are coming up with no compensation listed, where the buyer's agents have the right to gain more compensation. I think this is going to be an opportunity for buyer's agents to kill the market, because then they can turn around and say to the buyer's side, say the buyer's agent listening to the buyer, hey, I want to offer my services to you for up to is my big thing, right? Up to 4%, up to 6% listing.
Agreed with the buyer.
Well, I can get 1% from the buyer, 2% from the listing agent, 1% from the loan, whatever it is, right? I can generate money from different sources. And that's where I think is going to be the biggest opportunity.
See, I think that it's going to become an overarching house of, hey, you want to buy a property? We have agents that will assist you for a flat fee.
Yeah, the flat fee is a big
$100,
thing.
$500, $1,000
On the listing side.
on the buy side
On the buy side.
and on the list side. I think it's going to be a flat fee on both.
So where's the money going to be?
In the marketing,
Really?
in the pocket deals. You know, if Zillow controls the market, if Redfin controls the market, then
hot take here.
yeah. No, but I really see that being the future. I think they're, especially with the main thing of getting rid of the MLS and making it to where you can privatize the listings. I think that that's going to make a huge shift in corporate real estate instead of individual real estate.
I think we're focusing too much on the residential side of the real estate coin. I mean,
Well, that's where I am.
No, I know. I think the if you think about big picture wise, like the settlement is going to focus on the commissions of the buy side only advertised, right? So you're going to have equilibrium come out, and it's going to be very similar to how loans got regulated after '08.
But also, again, back to Zillow and Redfin, they're going to take advantage of that because right now, you list it on MLS, and then it gets synchronized to all those other third-party sites.
Yeah, the IDX.
The third-party sites are going to take advantage of that and have their own compensation and their own marketing platforms for listing it specifically on those sites.
So let me get this straight. So you're going to have a listing agent advertising that to the market. The buyer's agents are advertising selling those listings to their own buyers.
Well, you're going to have a Zillow agent listing.
A Zillow agent listing, offering no compensation from the buyer.
Or it's going to be a Zillow agent buyer and a Zillow agent seller under the Zillow real estate agent.
Yeah. That's tough.
I think that's where the move is. It's the same thing with the travel agency. I mean, it was you had to go to a travel agent to go to Europe or to book a plane or to book a long cruise. That basically went away, and you could buy the trip and the ticket on Expedia, all under one house, and they make the money. I mean, look how big Expedia is.
I had no idea. I mean, I didn't even think about this perspective. Yeah. I totally understand. I mean, and it makes sense because it's the more efficient markets. It's like brokerage for stocks, on the exchange. Back then, back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, there was huge commissions being taken. As the internet came in, they started scraping and scraping and scraping. Now there's no fees.
Yep.
No fee brokerages. So
yeah, same thing.
So no fee brokerage for real estate. Mm-hmm. Hot take.
100%.
Hot take.
Yeah, especially because right now you have to have a listing agent, you have to have a broker to list the property on the multiple listing service because that's mandated by, was it NAR, CAR, whatever the fuck it is.
And pick your acronym here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But once they get rid of that and they're trying to cut the commissions, I mean, the commissions are already going away to the buyer side. So, I mean, like the buyer's agent can swing that however you want to, slice that pie. But I think that the buyer's agent and the listing agent are just going to be one. I mean, that's how Europe and all the other places do it now. You have a agent and an attorney.
But don't you have an auction style in Europe?
No, you basically go into an office and then it's all under one house.
So it's a table fund in the same house, all the services?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think that's going to happen here, but it's going to be corporatized. Corporatized.
Oh, I like corporatized though.
Corporatized.
Compartmentalize? That's compartmentalized.
No.
Yeah, well, I tried.
So we'll see what happens. But I think in the next 5 years, some real weird stuff's going to happen.
I totally agree. Mm-hmm. The problem with me is I like weird shit, so.